So a history for Solomon Islands, starting with all new players, just with some old players there. Oh, good save here by Anthony Talo to the task. Australia deep inside Solomon Islands. Having a shot here again. Their captain early on mentioned in one of the press conference that Solomon Islands is an exciting side to play, and they're always excited when they play the Solomon Islands. And now Australia in the Solomon Islands half, builds up play. It's Fonte Daniel, tries to find his captain, couldn't do so, but again wins the ball. Juvenile away, good ball out here. Jeffrey Bully Alvino to beat Australia with a goal. Beautiful finish. As much as they can. And Australia with a free kick inside the Solomon Islands half. And not a good pass. Some good sets of skills this play here. Again, tried to go past Alvino, couldn't do so. The local fans here so far loving the action here. Elisman of Matak from the President Cup, which just finished last week. And so big credits to Pacific All Sport for organizing such a, and local fans are graced by this occasion here. And futsal setup. And so Solomon Islands, the former reigning champions of the Pacific, losing to the Futsal White in the previous or the latest Futsal World Cup qualifiers. Australia again builds a play. Misitana tries to hold Futsal World Cup and also part of the Associative National Futsal. Otherwise, Dominic of the Futsal Ross would have punished Kurkuru on that occasion. Great atmosphere here. All the supporters anticipating and in intense support for their local national team, Solomon Islands Kurkuru. Ross player, but it was actually on him, so the referee decides it's a throw or kick in actually here in the court against Solomon Islands. A kick in for Australia. Futsuros. Ball comes in. The captain here tries to turn around. Probably should have passed it to Juvenile. Passes here. Again, Australia. Oh, good ball here. Anthony Talo collects. Solomon Islands with a breakaway, which open up the front defense line. And they are capitalizing on this occasion. Approaching 17 minutes into the game. Australia leading 2-1. But take no... And so far, intense game. Close encounter. And probably give the important direction into the game and see what's going to happen and what needs to change, you know. And so far it's been an awesome, intense game between Solomon Islands and Australian Futsal Ross. Well, big thanks to Pacific All Sport for enabling us to have such international friendly here. And obviously the Australian government with the Solomon Islands government connection. Now we can see a world-class team like Australia here in our local grounds, the Friendship Hall, and we're enjoying this match so far. Australia leading Solomon Islands 2-1, close game so far in the likings of the Futsal Ross. But for the interim head coach, Dixon Kadau, maybe this is what he needs to set up his team for the next 2 series of matches. And so, important game here so far, the first half. As many has anticipated, and the golden boy or the golden man of the hour, Rafael Le'ai, is the one who got one back for Solomon Islands. Good turnout here from the local fans supporting Kurukuru. Australia to start from the kickoff. Rafael Le'ai now collects the ball. So in the Kurukuru team that went to Australia is one of the youngest player that went with Kurukuru. Now, if you look at the approach here, he's the one with the experience now. Oh, good 10 here by the number 4. 2 important matches coming up. A corner kick for Futsal Ross. Tries to get the ball into here. The number 11 tries to go for a shot. Rafael Le'ai has 3 players. Goes for the first time, maybe in a foul. The first foul of the game. And mind you, having conceding or if you have 5 fouls, that will result in a 10-meter penalty. And so they definitely need to keep that in mind. Standing over the ball is the number 9, Daniel Fonito. Rather, number 8, Daniel Fonito. He's got a very strange way of taking a free kick. Probably the ball is rolling, so he decides to go on and brings it back. And the referee gives him a little bit of advice. Why not you put the ball next to the line where you think it's rolling from? And time to settle down. Plays it early. It's Rafael. It's someone's inspirational night to be a futsal player. Who knows? But that is why we appreciate Pacific Oz Sport through Australian government for creating such a historical moment here. And all Solomon Islands Pacific Oz Sport. Futsal was now with an early throw here, Daniel, but not on Alvin Ho's radar. Alvin Ho, who has been outstanding, plays for Solomon Warriors in the Associated Football and plays for Salt. If I get it right now, plays for Salt. And past few days too, the Australian futsal team went to G Camp, where they experienced a little bit of a Solomon Islands and be on point. And speaking of concentration, now Australia has a corner. They'll go into rotation here, tries to Ahmed Sweden to start the game. We have Solomon Islands, Jeffrey Bull, Mesitana, Alvin Ho, and Oteno in the field, while Futsal Rose maintain a solid 5. Just change with Giovanni Wade. Builds up play, the Australian side into the Solomon Islands half. They love to do it. They love to put pressure and mountly squeeze it into the opponent's half. But again, close, almost conceding another goal here. And in such time, another goal would definitely cause more pressure getting back into the game. Kurukuru again tries to win the ball here. 2 against 1. It's 1 against 3 defenders. Patti. So they are speeding up their wheels. We'll see if the friction from the brake lights of the Australian team. Height. Speaking of height, he's short, but that's what you want in a player that moves around well on the center of gravity as low as him. Rafael tries to close. The Australian still going for a shot on the far side. Anthony Talo saves again. Momentum here in Solomon Islands half. Oh, good block here, Rafael. Can he go past Kurukuru? They know really well if they get a goal back here, they would definitely have a chance of going for probably a winner here, perhaps. It's a first game of the series. Would be nice to have a good result here. But speaking of result, to have a Futsal Rose deep inside the Solomon Kurukuru half. Patti has one player to block, and it's this player, Anthony Talo, keeper for Solomon Islands, Anthony Talo. And Australia again, try a shot. Australian Futsal Rose knows really well to take time as much as possible, because they have only a few seconds before game end here. Knows really well, time is ticking. Wade going for the first time, way above the goal.